All right, guys, we're riding the 2019 Giant Trance 29er today. Man, Giant, where were you with this bike in 2016? We have been waiting for a bike like this. 29er, 115 millimeter travel. It just does everything really well. Just got done riding it. Let's get into this review. What's up, guys? We're out here on the 2019 Giant Trance 29er. Man, I gotta say, it's pretty good to say that. Considering Giant has not had a decent 29er trail bike, well, ever probably, but in a long time. So, for those of you who've been following Giant, they've been 27.5 wheel size, pretty steady across the board for the last couple of years. Who knows, maybe they're just waiting to make the best 29er trail bike out there. And, you know, we're gonna take it out today and see if it is. I'm 5'8". I'm riding a medium. Feels really good. I'll let you guys go to their website to check out all the geometry numbers, but 66.5 degree head tube angle, 74.5 seat tube angle, reaches I think just over 430, or excuse me, 440 on the medium. But it feels good. It feels nice and tidy, climbs well. I'm on their $4,300 build, which has the new SRAM NX Eagle, which I've never yet ridden. And, you know, it's fine. Feels a little plasticky. I don't know. I don't need to talk a whole lot about that. Perfect. Yeah, nice job, Jerry. Get it. Get it, Jerry. All right, well, the new Giant 29er, Giant Trance, climbs good. It, you know, I've ridden a lot of bikes in this kind of mid to short travel 29er category, and I'm currently, my current bike that I own and ride is a Pivot Trail 429. Similar type of bike as this. This feels more active descending. Just feel the bike underneath you a little bit more, and that's nice. I like bikes that kind of descend like that. Nice. Feels really fast. Like every little bump that you hit, you kind of feel the bike being propelled, pushed forward, and it feels really good. Actually, I'm super impressed with this bike. Very active though. I would say of the bikes I've ridden that is most similar to so far would be the Evil, the Following MB. It just, man, it reminds me a lot of that. Yeah, it's super supple for 115 millimeters of travel. Just kind of rides like it has more suspension than it does. It's not quite as quick feeling as my Pivot Trail 429. Kind of side to side type, what I'm talking about. Nice. Man, those guys are just cooking down Jacobs today. There we go. Yeah, normally through those braking bumps right there, my teeth are getting rattled out of my head. That wasn't bad at all. Yeah, that's not bad. That's a lot of fun. All right, so just got done with Jacob's ladder. That's kind of some more 6 to 8 inch kind of chattery high speed stuff. This is a real flowy trail here. Kind of the more the type of stuff that I think people will be riding who buy this bike. And these short travel 29ers do really well in this type of terrain. Up on Jacobs, it it actually felt pretty smooth for only a 115 mil travel bike. I was really surprised at how well it did. One thing I'll tell you is this size medium came with 125 millimeter dropper post. And it's kind of annoying. It feels like it's kind of always there in the way. It'd be nice to have 150 millimeters, and there's room for it too, is the thing. There's plenty of room to put a 150 mil dropper in there. So I'd like to see that. It's not as stiff as I thought it might be. Certainly not as stiff as my Pivot Trail 429, but I just think it's cool that Giant now has like a legitimate 29er trail bike. And man, they did a really awesome job with this thing too. Just feels like a fun bike. And I could see it being kind of a bike for anyone out there. It's kind of a do everything, any man's bike. Those of you who've watched the channel a bunch know that this is like my favorite type of bikes. I picked this up from Summit Cyclery in Holiday, Utah, just outside Salt Lake City, Utah. Really cool bike shop. They're a Giant dealer, but they're also a Rocky Mountain, Ibis, and Yeti dealer as well. Really nice showroom. Lots of bikes on the ground to go demo or to buy. Yeah, if you're out there looking at the Evil the Following MB, you've got to ride this thing though. They're so similar. And I think this is a little bit lighter, more nimble bike. Builds up a little bit lighter weight. So this is a really kind of loose, sandy, rocky section of trail here. Man, I gotta say, I've been really impressed with this bike today. So today I've got it at 11 millimeters of sag, which should be right close to 25% sag. And it feels much better than it did yesterday at more like 30 or just over 30% sag. Just too soft. Also, I had the fork too soft yesterday too, so it feels really a lot better today. I guess real quick, speaking about this exact build kit, the more I ride it, the more I think, I mean, if you're in a budget and you want to save a little money, I'd probably buy the exact same kit and get that aluminum frame for $3,000. I know it doesn't come with the carbon wheels, but I don't know if that would matter too much to me. If I was gonna get the carbon build, I'd for sure spend the extra $700 and get the $5,000 build. That came with the better suspension, the Fox Float fork, the DPX2 rear shock, and the GX group set. I just think it'd be a little sharper feeling. Hey guys, I just got back from my ride on the 2019 Giant Trance 29er. Finally, Giant's come out with a 29er that's a good trail bike that's ready to go do just about anything, from like kind of cross-country type days all the way to big, heavy, more steep, rowdy days. This is just one of those other really great do-everything bikes. I think Giant really put a lot of thought into this bike, and with 115 millimeters of travel, 130, that can kind of just do everything really well. This bike reminded me a lot of the Evil Following MB, kind of similar ride characteristics and kind of personality when riding. It's a very active bike when descending. Just this whole suspension, the whole bike feels very active and just plows through everything really well. Climbed well too. I've always liked the way Maestro bikes climbed. In terms of the way it rode, it wasn't as snappy and quick feeling as maybe like my Pivot Trail 429. It's probably, even though it has a little bit less travel, it probably feels like it plows even more than that bike. It's just a really good do-everything bike. It came well spec'd with good tires to go out and hit some more gnarly trails, lots of confidence. Yeah, I think another thing that I noticed just real quick is coming down Jacob's Ladder, which is kind of a high-speed trail. You know, you're going over 20, 25 miles an hour, reaching speeds over 30 miles per hour in some sections. And the bike, when it would hit kind of the heavier stuff, most of the terrain on that section of trail there at the beginning of the video is kind of that 6 to 10 inch, chattery, rocky sections, with a few sections that are a little bit steeper than that. But whenever you'd hit that stuff, the bike never got hung up on any of it. You kind of felt like the bike was just propelling forward and just made it feel like a really fast bike. I'd be interested to ride this a little bit more and go out and try and see if I can go a little faster. I think this is the type of bike that just really wants to charge hard, given the short travel that it is. It would hang with a lot of those longer travel bikes like my Rocky Mountain Instinct that I used to ride. So anyway, thanks to Summit Cyclery for letting me come and pick up this bike and take it out for a demo. They're such a nice guys over there. Talk to Connor Berry and some of the other guys there in the shop and have them get you outfitted on a demo ride. Just a really great time to be a mountain biker. There's so many just really good options right now, and the Giant Trance is certainly one of those. So I had a great time on this ride today. If you're still watching the video this far, subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned. Go watch some of my other videos. The Evo following video, the Pivot Trail 429, and the Rocky Mountain Instinct video kind of come to mind, of bikes that are pretty similar in the similar category as this. But I mean, this is the type of bike to own if you can only own one bike. It just do everything really good, give you a lot of confidence, and put you out on any trail you want to go on. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.